Fatima Bosch walks out of live interview after question about controversy. If it bothers you, it's for a reason. The model confronted the interviewers, refused their ride, and left in a ride-hailing vehicle. Fatima Bosch left the program Pica extensa after being questioned about the controversies surrounding both her and the Miss Universe organization, as announced by the hosts themselves during the live broadcast. At the end of the interview, Fatima announced to the production team that she was leaving, revealed presenter Carlos Adyan. What did they ask Fatima Bosch on Pica extensa? Lourdes Stephen and Carlos Adyan, the main hosts of the Telemundo program, questioned the Mexican model about the following topics. Asterisk, the health status of Gabrielle Henry, Miss Jamaica, almost a month after the accident she suffered in the Miss Universe preliminaries. Asterisk, the investigation against Raúl Rocha Cantú, co-owner of the Miss Universe organization, in Mexico for alleged links to a criminal network dedicated to trafficking fuel, weapons, and drugs. Asterisk, the criminal complaint that Lourdes Saragresel, executive director of Miss Universe Thailand, filed against her in Thailand for alleged defamation after their altercation at the beauty pageant. Asterisk, the problem with visas for some Miss Universe candidates. Fatima Bosch answered all the questions, but at the end she mentioned, "Nobody has asked me what I am doing with my work, what social causes I am going to support, but they only ask me about things that are controversial." Carlos Adyan explains why Fatima Bosch left the program. Following the scandal that erupted on social media, the host gave his version of events on the program At Home with Telemundo. "We conducted the interview and asked him all the questions the audience had. It's important to emphasize that our commitment at the network is to represent you at home, the viewers, and our commitment to you is transparency and seeking answers to the questions we all have, regardless of who we are," he said. In addition, Carlos Adyan, a journalist by profession, explained that his job as a journalist is to ask the necessary questions and assure that he spoke with the model off-air to keep her informed. "We were clear from the beginning, even off-air. I told her that we had tough questions to prepare. They were asked here with the respect that she deserves, and that any beauty queen and anyone who enters this studio deserves. But the questions had to be asked," he continued. From Adyan's perspective, the model left the interview because she was bothered by the questions, specifically the one related to the supposed advantages of having a Mexican visa compared to other candidates, as well as the one related to Lourdes Saragresel's lawsuit. "I asked her about the lawsuit, how she was handling it, and what she told me off camera was that her father was already aware of it and was dealing with the legal aspects. So they are aware that the lawsuit exists, and although she didn't express it that way in the interview, she did say so off camera, and it's a fact," Adyan said. Fatima Bosch left in a taxi. In that same program, a host shared the position of the production of Pica extensa after what happened with the Mexican model. The production team had organized a celebration with mariachis for her, and she refused to participate, claiming she had nothing to celebrate. That's what they tell us. And how sad, because, look folks, according to what the production team has confirmed, Fatima was very upset. She handed in her wardrobe, and she didn't even want to accept the transportation that Telemundo had arranged for her. So she went in an Uber, she said. Finally, Carlos Adyan mentioned, "I think this provides evidence of what really happens, because if those kinds of questions bother you, it's for a reason, so she had every right to answer whatever she wanted during the interview."